beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine. I hope you're enjoying everything you're seeing so far. We're in for a treat today. I hope you're excited. Let's get some formalities out of the way. If you've seen the first 4 videos, you know what's coming. If you're watching this video and there are 49% of you, yeah, I do my analytics, I do my research, 49% of you that are watching this video and have not subscribed. So just go ahead. It's somewhere down there, somewhere down there. Click it, subscribe, support. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. Help me out. Click the button. If you're watching the video, might as well click the button. Okay? Okay. So today, if you're reading the title of this video, it's very exciting. I bought a car this weekend. That wasn't the plan. I mean, it was the plan. Like, I wanted a new car, but I didn't think I was gonna buy one on Saturday. But before we do that, we're gonna talk about the journey of how we got to the car that I've been dreaming for, praying for, trying to manifest since I got my first car, which was in 2012. So let's talk about the journey. This is the first video I'm filming while my dogs are home. I have 2 dogs. I love them, King and Gizmo. So if you hear them barking like that, that's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to cut it out. I'm gonna try to edit around it. We gotta get this content out, baby, okay? We gotta get this content. So now that all the formalities are out the way, let's chat. Comment down below your first car. Comment down below your dream car. I have 2. So comment down below what your dream car is, what your favorite car on the market is. If you're driving it, what does it feel like? What did it feel like when you bought it? Let me know. I've been driving since I was 16, technically. Legally, I've been driving. I got my license when I was 18. I had my driver's permit when I was 16. I heard that like on the East Coast, and Midwest, they still have driver's ed in school. That would have been great, but we had to like pay for them like out of school. Didn't have money for that, so I waited till I was 18, because if you wait till you're 18, you didn't have to take the behind the wheel classes. You can just go and get your license. I guess you don't need training when you turn 18. And then I also was graduating high school that year when I turned 18, and I was going to college at Fresno State. I'm from Rancho Cucamonga. Yes, it's a real place. I miss SoCal. Sometimes I'm looking out this window at this like gloomy weather. I'm thinking about how it's like 78 and sunny in Southern California and how I want to be on a beach. But anyway, my mom wanted me to have a car when I went to college. So that first car, warning, children, listen, children, anyone under the age of 18, anyone buying their first car, anyone who your parents are going to give you money to buy your first car, anyone who is saving up money to buy your first car, anyone who's buying a car, not even your first car, it could be any car. Your mother has intuition. Listen to her intuition. Listen to your mother's intuition. If I would have done that, probably would have been better. So I went looking for a car. We were getting down to the wire. I left for college in August. I think it was like July, like the end of July, and we were still looking for cars. I wanted a Volkswagen Beetle. Probably should have listened to my mother. We found this Beetle. It was gray. It was beautiful. We found it. It was in the price range. We test drove it. There were like a few things. Like, it was an older car. It was a 2004. Right? But we bought it. We were like, oh, it's fine. Me and my dad were like, yeah, we're good. We test drove it. It was fine. It was good. After we bought the car, we were going to get dinner to like celebrate. I don't know if like it was like the engine or if it was like smoking or something. I just remember something happened. We were on our way to go get dinner. My mom was like, we gotta take it back. And we were like, well, we can't take it back now. So my first car was a 2004 Volkswagen Beetle. It was charcoal gray. Her name was Smokey. All of my cars are female. She was cute. I loved that car. I went to college in 2012. I had that car until for like a year, I think, 2013. I was coming home for Thanksgiving or Christmas, one of the breaks. So I was coming home for Thanksgiving. If you know about the drive from Fresno to Rancho Cucamonga, there's a portion of the road that's called the Grapevine. You gotta turn off your air conditioner. It warns you so that your car doesn't overheat, all this other stuff. So in my old car, that was already overheating and everything was happening. I was driving along, almost home, so close. and then my car starts smoking. Now, there were other problems with my car. I used to have to like carry around coolant in my car because it was overheating throughout this year. And then I found a mechanic guy, and then one time he told me that the coolant wasn't going to my engine and it was coming through the passenger seat, and there was just a puddle of coolant underneath my floor mat. So on a grapevine where your car tends to overheat if you don't shut off the AC and then you don't have any coolant in your car, my car started smoking. So I had to pull over, and this was like when everybody's driving home. So I'm pulling over on the side of the grapevine, and then I have to call AAA. AAA has to tow my car from the grapevine all the way to Rancho Cucamonga. Now, if you're driving that, it probably from that point of where I was probably like an hour and a half away from my house. But then when you're in a tow truck during the holidays on like the biggest commute day of the year, it took me like 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So after that, I didn't have a car, obviously. My car was dead. It was deader than dead. So then my mom gave me her Nissan Altima to drive because she was buying a Honda. I think that was the time she bought the Honda. She gave me her Nissan Altima to drive back up to college. Then I went home for Christmas. Everything that is bad that has happened to me while I'm driving has been from the commute from Fresno to Rancho Cucamonga. All of my tickets, college was a doozy. So I was driving the Nissan Altima home. This was definitely for Christmas. And my mom is like the protective mom. She called me every hour to see like how I was doing, if I'm okay, did I stop and get water, am I good? So yes, so my mom had called me. I think it was like, I was an hour away from home, so that was like our third call or check-in, right? Right after I hung up the phone, I got into a car accident. The car accident was my fault. I fully accept that. I accepted it in the claim. I had to pay for it on insurance. It was my fault. I was going too fast. I was trying to merge a lane. The car in front of me stopped suddenly. I didn't have time to stop. Rammed into the back of him. Airbags deployed. It was a whole thing. It happened. I was okay, gratefully, because the car looked like it had been through some things. It was bad. It was a Nissan Altima that smashed it. The guy was really nice, and his car looked fine. Volkswagens. His Volkswagen was good. Mine died. I mean, you know. Somehow there were still damages that I had to pay for, but to me it looked fine at the time. But hey, you live and you learn. That was the end of the Altima. So after that, did I have a car? I don't really know what car I had after that, because I didn't get my other car until 2014. Anyway, fast forward, May of 2014, I bought my own car for the first time that was like all mine. I was the only person on the finance loan application, qualified for it by myself, got approved, had really good car payments because my credit was really good back then. I was doing good. It was a Chevy Sonic. It was silver. Her name was Jade. She got me through a lot. I loved that car. They're really good cars and they last for a really long time. I love my Chevy. It was great. Now, back it up. My entire life, I wanted a large car. I didn't want to be the small car girl. When I was younger, I wanted a Hummer H3. And then my dream, like luxury dream car was a BMW X5 jet black with tobacco interior. Yes, I designed it on mybmw.com. And when I get there and money's not an object, I will get it. But then you see, when I started driving, and you understand that you gotta put gas in that car. I was a broke college student, and having a VW Beetle and a Chevy Sonic made gas affordable. That's why I got a small car. So I've had this idea in the back of my head. I want a crossover. I want it to be black. I want a truck. I want all these things. Then Saturday happened. Now, when you're watching this, I don't know if you're gonna watch it this year. Maybe watch it sometime in the future, but we're currently in 2020 and we're in a worldwide timeout / worldwide pandemic / a lot of stuff is going on. I was not planning on buying a car, but it was just like everything fell into place. My car, over 100,000 miles. There was like a headlight broken, there was some scratches on it, the bumper was kind of falling off. My Kelly Blue Book was not looking great for the price of my car versus how many miles were on it. It was gonna put me in negative equity. So then I went to CarMax. I was looking at cars because I was like, if I'm gonna trade this in, I wanna know what kind of car I'm gonna get. And this time, I don't know what it was, but I was just like, I am not leaving the dealership in anything that is not a black car. I don't need an SUV. So it was either gonna be a car or a crossover. I go in there just to give my car appraised. I didn't even know if I was gonna buy a car. I wanted to just see how much my car was worth, how much money I would have for a down payment towards another car, because we're in a pandemic, baby. Shout out to the Pleasant CarMax. I appreciate you, okay? So I was able to trade in. And I was looking online the day before and I saw that they had a 2017 black crossover. I wanted something under 50,000 miles and I wanted it to be under $15,000 because I wanted to keep my payments at a certain price based on whatever my down payment was. They had everything that met my criteria. I said, I want to test drive that. So we couldn't find the car that I was looking for. I was like, it was online. It said that you had it. This is the car that I want to test drive. We were walking to find that car. And then I saw the Jetta that was also online. It was black. I was like, hey, I want to test drive this, but this is like option C. The other car that I came here for, the 2017 crossover, like that's option number one. That's number one, okay? So I sat in the Jetta and I was like, it doesn't feel that much bigger than my Chevy Sonic. And then a row up and then like 3 cars over, the car was there. This is my car. This is my car. Due to the pandemic, they can't be in the car with you when you test drive it. So he kind of like gave me the keys and was like, you got 20 minutes. When I sat in this car, it felt like it was made for me. I test drove it, loved it. And then I was gonna test drive another car that was silver, but it was the Chevy Trax, which was the big version of my car. But then I was just like, you wanted this car, the make, the model, color, the features, and it's in your price range. I was like, no, forget it. I don't need to test drive the car. I'm gonna get this one. The car buying process, everything happened so quickly. Like I was expecting to like sit down in a room and be like, okay, so these are gonna be your payments. Do you want this or not? And then I was like, I get to choose, but no, you have to like fill out the application, actually go through it to figure out what is happening. And so then it was like, oh, okay, is this fine? And do you want this? And do you want this? And do you want this? Okay, now go get your stuff out of your old car. And I said, what? Did I just buy a car? Did I just buy a car? Okay. And so then I got all of my stuff out. Then I signed a whole lot of paperwork. And now I have my new car. So I'm gonna take you guys to see my new car. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at some of the features of why I bought this car and why I wanted it. First, we have the button that you push that you don't have to use the keys to get into the car, or the remote. And this is my dashboard, the leather details, plus the screen and the steering wheel is very similar to my Sonic. Everything just sits up a lot higher, which I love. The screen was really important to me because I really wanted to have Apple CarPlay and be able to use my phone fully. Middle console, lots of storage space, and then I also wanted a backup camera. The glow up is real. I also have a push to start engine, and then I'm going to show you the back seat. So I have cloth interior middle seats, and then there have a leatherette trim. I also have a cup holder, which I didn't have before, so that's exciting. And then also when we go to the trunk, I have tons of trunk space, more than I had before. So now let's get into some pictures of me. This is the dream. This is everything that I've ever wanted in a car since I've been able to drive. That's not like the luxury BMW. We're coming for you, BMW. We're coming for you. Hello everyone. I bought a car.